You talk. The mic's not off.
What he just missed?
It's good.
Let's go, Jonte. Hey, they winning now. Jonte back there. Line, starting off.
He made that nigga Rondo like a midget.
Then I got to go to pair of shit. Hold up.
Boom, 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 boom.
Hold up.
Shout out to Westside Gun.
All right.
Hey,
Hey, NumbersLie podcast. We're back.
Thursday, December 19th.
Gang, gang.
Santa Claus go straight to the ghetto, man. It's the Christmas episode, man.
Christmas
episode. It's the Christmas episode, man. Hey, we got a lot to get to. Who in the building, man? King Tweedy in the building. What's up?
Hey, Will Phil here. What's up?
Richard Lawson, reporting live for duty.
Juwan.
Crusher in the building.
Juwan.
Pressure here. Whole gang here.
Hey.
Audience here.
Hey, it's been a minute, fellas. It's been a minute, man. Happy holidays to y'all, bro.
Holidays, everybody. Happy Kwanzaa. Merry Christmas, all that shit. You know what I mean?
We took a few weeks off, let the league marinate a little bit, so we got some things to, really dig deep into.
First quarter of the season is upon us. You know, it's in the books, first quarter.
Still early though, bro. Still early.
It is. It's very early. Before we get into anything, I just want to let y'all know, NumbersLie.net is active and live, and you can go on there right now and purchase your merchandise. So you can go there right now.
Hoodies, scullies,
Real talk.
dad caps, t-shirts, you name it. We got it.
White beat is coming soon.
G, man.
Bro,
Bro, it's been white beer in 2019.
Oh, real talk.
Can we,
Y'all still do that?
we got do-rags.
Maybe don't.
Can we do do-rags?
Dago white beer community.
Tees.
But no, real talk. What is it? Jogger shorts coming for the summer. Don't look out for those. But for real, yeah. Website on. But yeah, we got a lot to get to, so let's just hop right into it. So yeah, let's start with the James Wiseman news. Breaking news today that happened. So what's going on?
Shout out to James Wiseman, man. He's one of my favorite players to watch in college, and one of the favorite players in high school when he was balling in. It's unfortunate that the NCAA or NBA, actually the NBA, implemented a rule in which you have to have a year away from high school before you get to the NBA. He's for sure an NBA player, and for the NCAA to literally have him not play because of these minute violations that it wasn't on him. It's a shame, and he's not going to play for an entire year. He's getting ready for the NBA draft, which I don't blame him. Because he's a guaranteed lock top 3 pick in
top
many
3?
guys. Top 3, you can book it.
I think this is the best decision that could have happened to him. Like, honestly.
For sure. But as far as a college fan, it's a lot of college fans.
Yeah, I know y'all college fans.
Yeah,
I'm talking about James though. Like, this is
Yeah, it's big time.
Yeah, it's
Well,
big
him
time.
as a player. Real quick,
as a player, like now all he doesn't have to focus on the extracurriculums that come with the college campus or any of that. Now he can just focus on the game.
Right.
I agree.
And that's gonna be huge.
Mm-hmm.
he mentioned the NBA in his IG post. He said real quick, today I formally withdrew from the University of Memphis, and I will be preparing for the next chapter in my life. Ever since I was a little kid, it's been a dream of mine to play in the NBA. Throughout this process, I've asked God to ordain my steps and lead me in the right direction.
That was a shot at the NCAA.
It was low key.
Because he ain't say shit about it being a dream to play in the NCAA.
No,
That's the
because-
ain't nobody agree.
No, it's not. It's not. That shit is literally just a stepping stone. You know what I'm saying? To get to the league, but it's a stepping stone that they made mandatory, almost.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, this isn't an NCAA.
What's going on? You know what that sound like, Bumpy Johnson, right?
You gotta clear your throat.
You know what that sound like, Bumpy?
Yeah, I thought it was Shaq. I was like, yo, what's Shaq up on the back?
Not really. No,
Triangle, Scotty.
Real player.
But let's keep in mind though, like this isn't a NCAA rule. This is an NBA rule. So
Facts, but at the same time though, like his whole ordeal was with the NCAA though. You know, all of this happened because an apparent NCAA rule was broken.
Right, yeah, it's because of the NCAA.
So like, you know, let's take the NBA out of this, you know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, he's in college to get to the NBA because of that rule. But ultimately, like, this happened due to, you know what I'm saying, the NCAA rule.
True facts. All right, so let's move on. We got a whole lot of.
I got one for you
Whoa,
guys.
whoa, whoa. I'm gonna throw a full court press charge.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
The Lakers just lost to the Milwaukee Bucks.
Oh no.
Okay.
Uh-oh. I was about to get to
Now, you was that's on there or something?
No, I was about to go ahead.
That's on there, Jeff.
Real
Hey,
chat.
don't let him fuck up your flow, man. Keep going.
Yeah, man, check me out.
Go ahead.
So what I was saying was this loss was huge. Well, or it was huge for the Milwaukee Bucks to win. More so for Giannis's MVP.
Oh yeah, this is huge.
Absolutely. He's
Like,
the front runner
like
right now.
he dominated in this game
That's
against arguably, yeah, he had 34 with 5 threes. That's most threes he's had in his career.
Yeah, 34, 11, and 7, 5 threes, still in the block, 7 for 10 from the free throw line. Solid.
You do that against
That's very
arguably the
solid.
other. Who
Right.
else was in contention outside of Luka to be MVP?
Bron and AD.
LBJ.
So you had
Luka,
three
Bron, and
three
Giannis. James
potential
Harden.
MVP candidates playing in one game.
Yeah.
And then for Giannis to win this game, that's like taking out both of them.
Yeah.
Like that's like them taking a step down on the MVP race.
It was big game.
And they won this game without their point guard.
It's a trade-off.
That's a big game. So let's go in order here. I think this is Phil's question. Phil posed this question. So first one, with the explosion of the offense this decade and players scoring at an all-time clip, should the NBA look at evening the playing field on both sides of the ball, i.e., getting back to the hand checking and the swing through fouls, like the KD, James Harden, Chris Paul, So should the NBA basically go back to the 90s style?
And what I was getting at is that we get a lot of complaints about how people like James Harden play, right? In which they are at the free throw line, they shoot hella threes, and just an offense onslaught. It's like, okay, we complain about this, but we wanted this, or the NBA or the NBPA or the union, wanted to change rules in which it allowed the offense to have a better advantage over the defense. So my question to y'all is like, do you guys enjoy it? Do you guys think that we need to get back to 90s ball, 2000s ball, or what's up?
I mean,
I would enjoy it, but at the way the NBA
You say you would? Or
I would enjoy it to go back to 90 style, but the way sports in general is right now, chicks did the long ball.
Exactly.
More points,
Talk.
more scores. You get more people in the stands.
Yep.
You get more people watching. That's just look at the NFL. You can't touch the quarterback. You can't pass interference at an all-time high.
Offense.
Like everything's offensive oriented at this point. So that would never happen. I feel.
It don't sell. Good defense don't sell, unfortunately. I wish it would go back to the
I just
2000s.
I was looking at it like this: how much was Virginia celebrated after winning the national championship last year?
You don't even hear about it.
Because they was holding teams to 60. That ain't sexy. Don't lie like that.
the defense better this year. That's great.
You're right. NBA will never be how it was before, though. Like
And that's
those days are
unfortunate.
over. Like even if you were to
Yeah,
implement rules that slowed the game down or helped the defender, it's not going to be the same because of this new load management.
And I feel like players still won't play defense. So you can bring hand check back. That don't mean they will get up on them. They will still play lazy defense.
Yeah. And
That's just how it is at this point.
So ain't no more Tony Allen's out there?
No,
Nah.
it's not. There's no. Just think about how many real
Tony Allen got fouled out.
Think
First quarter.
about it. Think about how many fundamental defensive players you see in the league today, outside of Kawhi and Paul George.
Jimmy Butler.
It's a handful, so that's what you're getting at.
Right.
It's not as many as it was.
And I think it's
Not
like,
even
all right. If we have these rules or whatever, like, can we complain now? If the fans the majority of the fans want to see more offense, want more scoring, how can you blame somebody like James Harden for going for a 50?
I can't.
Ain't nobody blaming James. I guess no one's blaming James Harden. I don't have to respect it, but we're not blaming him for it. I just look at the score. I just look at stats right now, and the fact that Colin Sexton is averaging 19 points a game is utterly ridiculous.
Colin Sexton.
Like Colin Sexton
And you know
is
what?
a top scorer. In the
And I hate to cut you off, but I was actually thinking about this to myself, but you know, laughing. But you can't even really compare players anymore, bro. Like you can't.
Thank you.
I
I'm
agree
glad
with
you
you
brought that
100%.
up. I'm glad you guys brought that
You
up.
cannot compare what James Harden did to Michael Jordan's. What he had, like 35 one year, something like that.
Average.
Yeah, 36.
36.
Yeah,
Like you
36.
can't compare. Like you can't look at that and be like, oh
Different
man,
eras.
Yeah.
James Harden, a better offensive player than he's the best offensive player we've ever seen. It's like, no, he's not.
Well, let me segue into James Harden so we can just take care of this because James Harden, I just wanted to talk about us and like possibly the masses, what Russell Westbrook said, normalizing what James Harden is doing.
We normalize what everyone does. Everyone normalize what LeBron James should be an MVP every year he plays. Anyone that averages 27, 7 to 7.
But James Harden is
MVP.
about to average 40 points.
I get that. We normalize
In the
Westbrook's
NBA, it
triple
gets thrown
double.
in.
But at the
Westbrook
same time-
averaged a triple double for 3 straight years. First year, he the MVP. The next 2 years, like, man, he chasing. Like, we normalize, that's just how it
You
is.
said it's just stats.
Yeah, it's literally, everyone normalizes everything that everyone does.
It's just, I feel like it's just inflated stats. Like, it's like how the currency is. Like
Yeah.
Great Britain currency is more than, you know what I'm saying, the
Depending on
dollar.
the day.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's how it is now. Like we got Great Britain type prices right
Keep that
now.
talk
Great
going.
Britain.
I'm trying to pull something.
Like,
No, it's
like with the
crazy.
scores and stuff, like scores 140
I
points.
definitely think it is inflating stats.
It's because there's so many possessions on offense now.
Right.
Because of how much
that's
faster
because
the
you
game
So let me
can
ask you guys
game
this,
up.
man. You know, we live in a world where you gotta blame somebody. Who's to blame for this?
Defenders.
It's the casual fans because
It's
they
the fans.
the shareholders basically.
Yeah,
they
they're the
wanna-
ones that's doing this.
They want to pay the salaries, so you got to give them what they want.
It's the
Get a piece.
All right.
It's the 13-year-old YouTubers that's
Yeah,
watching
real
games
talk.
on YouTube.
I wish it could go back to the late '90s, early 2000s, man, and all.
But listen, you know what's crazy? I would hear this same thing that we talked about in the barbershop when I was like 10 and 12. Like, these old niggas just hating. Like, why y'all hating on the game?
Yeah, no, it's
Now it's like, oh, back in my day, now
Now
we
we the old niggas.
we the old
like,
niggas now.
we just grew up watching a certain brand of basketball.
Exactly.
And then it's gone.
And at the same time, it's right. And you got to make the decision up as a fan: is this brand of basketball what you like to watch? Like, cause I'm right. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, the regular season really doesn't mean shit to me anymore.
They gonna
Like,
change that though.
How?
Like,
How?
right. My thing is like I legit only look at certain matchups now, like how the Milwaukee Bucks and the Lakers. Like I only look at key matchups now because the regular season is just practice for the playoffs, and
Cool.
every team is doing that.
Just add up that.
Hey,
Every
you know
team
what?
is doing that now.
Now that I'm looking at it now, you know how they say in fashion, you know, things regurgitate, things go back
I feel
to
want
a
to go to
circle.
Fashion Week so bad.
It's the wine. It's the wine talk. It's the wine talk.
Feel looking like the Jay-Z meme right now. On his couch.
But back in the 70s though, they were scoring 120, 130 points in the 70s, right?
They scoring 150 now.
Right.
It's 150.
Atlanta gave up 140 points in 2 consecutive games.
Yo. They
We gave them 150 like a month
150,
apart from
right.
each other.
Trey Young giving him out 35 a night with 8 rebounds.
That's what I mean.
And
Trae
losing
Young
got
is
20.
Bro, Trae Young stats, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't trying to hate, but Trae Young stats be like, what? He dropped another 40 ball? Like, you dude is like 5'6".
Like
$1.60.
no one's talking
Hey,
about it
you heard
at
what
all.
Lucas, hey, you heard what Lucas said. This game too easy.
Yeah,
But,
that's
hey,
the
bro,
point.
I respect the foreigners though.
He
Foreigners
said that
got
last
discipline,
year.
though.
He said last
And he
year.
came here and now he MVP candidate. You
Yeah.
gotta respect that though. You gotta respect
That's because they're able to hand check. And the difference is he was 18 playing against 35-year-olds who needed that check.
Right, he's been a pro since he was 16, right? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
A little younger than that, actually.
So, all right, let me move on. This other topic. So, who brought this up? So, should the NBA consider widening the court, specifically the sidelines?
Nope.
Yeah, no.
No.
I actually think they should think about taking the cameraman back a little bit from that baseline, though. That's a little hazardous, you gotta admit. Paul George injury.
Yeah, they should have been doing
That was
that.
expensive.
But
They did, but they've already done
Yeah,
it.
they did
They've
that.
already done it.
Oh, they do have a little boxing.
Yeah, they have their boxing now. They moved it back a while ago.
Whoa. All right. What about the?
So I don't think the widening, because that goes back into more space means more points, harder to play defense.
I Yes.
David Nwaba has torn Achilles.
Yeah.
Oh.
We saw
Yeah,
it.
think about it. If you have 2 men instead of me guarding, like the help side is the thing.
My
And
man
of course,
looked back
even
as
larger
he was
now.
falling. Like,
There's no way it's gonna work.
Who did that?
Yeah.
Who shot you?
All right. So next topic. Hey, so this season has been. It was real. Started off real passionate. A lot of people made a lot of predictions. So I just want to check in with everybody, man. How's everybody doing?
Let me start this
How
off.
is everybody
Let
doing?
me start this off, man. I'm a man. I'm a fair man. I'm an honest man.
Everybody
and
quiet.
I want to apologize to Charles Daniel Tweedle.
What? Say my government. Yep. Say my government.
Charles Daniel
Yup.
Tweedle. I
AKA.
came to his initial season saying that the Dallas Mavericks would not make the playoffs, and I laughed in this man's face,
Yup.
saying that they didn't have the tools,
Oh, yeah.
the personnel to make it, and I want to apologize to him.
Yeah.
all y'all.
And
Yeah.
say, hey, the
Yeah.
Dallas Mavericks in the playoffs.
Yeah, gentlemen, let's go.
Yep. All y'all better
So-
apologize.
He'll get it once.
Whoa.
He'll get it once they clinch.
It's weird. I just look at all the teams that they're ahead of. They all have suffered through injuries.
He'll get it. He'll get it.
I think I just look at. I mean, yeah, if they make the
they-
playoffs,
come on,
I
guys.
apologize.
Come on, guys. We
I mean,
didn't
I'm
see
just
this coming.
saying, bro.
We didn't see this Luka coming.
Y'all was real disrespectful.
It's
Y'all was real.
it is not 82 games in the season.
That's what I'm talking about.
I know. I did not see this coming.
Okay, that's all I'm saying.
I did not see
That's all I'm
this,
saying.
but I also didn't see the Suns being contention. Like it's a lot
I
of
did.
teams.
I actually did though.
Shout out to Monty.
And you see, like,
Like,
but and the thing is, we saying like the y'all saying like the Mavs going with the win. Like they just out here.
so
They just
Juwan,
beat the Bucks. Okay.
Listen, Juwan, if
Okay,
you
without Luka.
Juwan, if you're a betting man right now, do you think the Mavericks are going to make the playoffs? Yes or no?
I am a betting man. I bet they wasn't gonna make the
There's a bet
playoffs.
going on right now.
Even now, I still believe that even
Alright,
right now,
now,
not making the playoffs.
Ooh.
Because
Hey,
it-
you wanna double up?
So if Luka out,
Double up.
Double up.
I,
Double up.
4 5 things.
it's
Double up.
all-
You trying to go to
yeah,
All-Star
double up.
game.
Hell yeah, double
You trying to go to the
up.
All-Star game?
Wow.
I don't want that small big fella.
Wow.
sir.
Y'all see this?
Witness.
sir.
Witness.
Hey, Atlanta still always pays his debt. I ain't never not paid his debt.
Let me put that in the archive.
Hey Mike, you got my $10?
Oh shit. He on shit.
You got my $10, Mike?
Atlanta's disturbing to me, bro.
Because they pay their debts. That's they saying. That's
I understand.
Oh, that's their family creed.
Nice.
So
Shout out to
So,
the Dogs.
I would say with my predictions, my biggest surprise would actually be the Heat.
Yeah. Apologize.
Yeah,
Apologize.
let's talk about it, man.
Apologize.
Hey, the Miami Heat
I
are
said the thing
That's their
my
defense
biggest
is amazing.
surprise.
I think that's your
Is the Heat. I actually didn't even have them in the playoffs. Let alone play with
I didn't have
the
to have
Heat.
them in the playoffs.
This is- Hey,
And you can say what you want to say. It's a long season, but
Hey,
they hooping.
Hey,
They
Chris,
hooping.
all due respect, I was about to ask you though, how y'all like that ass whooping last night though? They kind of locked y'all up though with his
Who?
own. His
Hell
own
yeah,
business
he-
last night.
yeah.
Talk about that. Can you expand on that, brother?
I mean, my boy B still got off, but
You know what?
That was
And-
tough.
What, 2020 ball?
I hate to disappoint you all. You know,
Uh-oh.
but I actually didn't see much. I actually took the time to watch Gonzaga and you.
Oh. You didn't watch the Sixers? You didn't watch the
Talk
Sixers?
about a waste of time.
Wow.
Come
I
on,
was
man.
looking
Look,
back and forth.
You gotta look. I try to stay versed in both.
You wanted to see some hand checking. That's what it was.
Good on defense.
That's what it was.
Hey. Gonzaga
Hey,
got the next nigga like Jokic. Mark my word.
Tilly.
You heard it here first.
Tilly.
Hey, but we can go back to the NBA. But mark my
Talk
word.
about it.
Tilly,
Put it on wax.
Killian
Yeah,
Tilly.
talk about it.
Kelly and Tilly is the next Nikola Jokic.
Yeah.
This big kid
Next
can do
joke.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you gotta watch college
Everything.
bro.
Gonzaga.
You
I'm
said
gonna watch Virginia.
No, you died.
I'm
You
a
said
definitely watch
every.
Virginia.
What school? What school?
Gonzaga.
Gotcha.
Look, he ready
My
to
bad,
draft. He about to put a waiver claim on him right now.
You about to favor that. You about to favor them
So
next year.
look,
Like, that's the
like
dynasty
I
league.
told Phil on the way here. I think that the reason Philly didn't know what to do against the zone, 2 reasons. For one, NBA teams rarely practice.
Rarely.
For 2, when they do, they damn sure not practicing zone
Yeah.
offense.
And 3, Ben Simmons can't shoot.
Oh my God.
Big 3. So
Big 3.
It was like zone them.
3.
You know,
Zone his
That's
ass.
what.
some of them ain't seen that shit
So,
since high school.
but that goes back to Brett Brown not being a good coach. Why wouldn't you have?
How many times have I been on?
I'm saying that.
Because realistically, come on now,
Yeah.
with Ben Simmons not being able to shoot, anybody that knows basketball on some zone offense shit, he'd be my baseline guy.
Exactly.
I put him at the free throw
Baseline.
line because he can pass
Free
so
throw
good.
line, yeah.
He
He's a free throw
can,
guy.
he can, but if they sag off, he not shooting that.
Right, he ain't shooting that
The
15.
free throw line?
No, he's not
I
pulling
think
that.
Ben
He's
Simmons
scared.
out
You
close,
seen
bro.
that, man? We
He
saw that
goes
shit
right
way
close.
too
Right,
much.
he'll float it from the free throw line.
Anyway,
That's
some
one
guy,
dribble
yeah.
to the hole.
He might be out there.
I'm
He
trying
be
to
my
tell y'all,
baseline
Who,
guy.
Ben
Did we
Simmons?
talk about this already? Or
He
have
be
we-
my
we
baseline
just talked
guy,
about
and
this?
Tobias Harris will be
But-
my free throw.
But question: Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons can't coexist together.
Jawan laughed at me when I said that.
Well, yeah, like, here you go. Y'all
It was
just
all
like
facts.
putting stuff in.
I don't agree just yet.
I still think they can
Ben
play together.
Simmons has yet.
Okay.
It's how many games in the season? It was like 25.
Uh-huh.
He has yet to prove that he is legitimate jump shooter.
But peep this
What does
out.
that have to do
He
with?
had like 3
What does that have to
Keep
do
this
with?
out, though.
That only
with
helps
Joel Embiid,
Embiid's
though.
game.
No, I understand that, but
He
what
he
does
suffocates
what does
Embiid.
him? Okay, but Simmons improving his jump shot or Simmons not being a good jump shot, like that's on him solely. That has nothing to do with him not being able to coexist with Joel Embiid.
Listen,
He has to work on that on his own. Is what I'm saying. Like you can't say that they don't coexist because he didn't work on his jump shot. They coexisted last year and he
they
didn't.
were one jump shot away from literally going to the finals.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
What
though.
I'm saying is that this current Ben Simmons player, with all his good passing,
We're literally the
ability,
same.
with his good
Stats,
passing
bells and
ability,
whistles,
his,
Right, from
yeah,
last
you know,
season.
his slashing ability, his great defensive prowess,
flash and pizzazz.
Well, you can't slash
cannot
with the ball.
coexist and win a championship with Joel Embiid. Unless he
Opinion.
has to get a jump shot.
And I agree with you wholeheartedly, but I don't think that they're not able to coexist just yet. Literally, like I mean,
agree with you.
ain't no ifs and ands or buts because we don't do those. But they were literally a jump shot away from playing
A
in the
jump
finals.
shot, bro. A jump shot for going to the finals.
So like,
Alright.
if they had lost in the second round, you know what I'm saying? Like I would be like, you know what I'm saying, man? Like
you
you may
can't
be
say
on
it
something.
can't coexist. They
But I
jump
mean,
shot
literally,
in the
a
finals.
contested
I hear y'all
jump
right.
shot.
I hear y'all right. But who was winning them games for them?
What do you mean?
Jimmy Butler.
Who was winning them games for the Sixers last year? Who? Where he at? Huh? Oh, all right. Who was on the bench? Sick, ill, or was he in shape?
It wasn't
or,
Ben Simmons.
or was
Right.
it
It
issue?
wasn't Ben Simmons.
My point is that I named two players. It takes two players to coexist. Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. Right now, currently constructed, they will not win a championship.
Okay. But I don't think that they don't
And
coexist.
I guarantee you, they are going to have a harder time getting to the Eastern Conference Finals this year than they did last year.
I don't doubt that either. But they'll be there. I don't doubt that either. And then the thing is, if they lose in 6 or 7 games,
That's not fair. You say
like
they can't coexist.
exactly that, you know. So that's all I'm saying.
I mean,
So
how long
I'm
is
just,
this process?
that's. What do you mean?
Like,
I'm sorry.
how
How long have they played together? Is this?
How long
This
is
is
it gonna take?
exactly
Ben Simmons?
2 years.
How
right?
long is it gonna take
2
Ben Simmons
years
to get a jump
2
shot?
years. How long have y'all been giving other people the least to do every fucking
Giannis
thing?
just hit 5
2
threes
years,
on the
bro.
Lakers.
How many times do we gotta say one fucking jump shot from the Eastern from the finals?
Okay.
Like, okay, so if they don't do it this year, I'm with y'all.
Okay.
I'm with y'all.
All right.
But like, come on, man.
That's all we needed was a time frame.
I'm with y'all.
That's all we needed was a time frame.
I'm here
I'll
for
be
the
with
compromise.
that. If they
All I
don't
needed
make it
was
to
the
the
time frame.
finals this year, I'm with that.
Cool.
Finals
I'm
of
with
bust,
that.
right?
I'm with
Yes.
that.
Finals will break it up.
And I said that episode 1 though. I
I'm
got
with
them
that.
going to the
I'm
finals.
with that.
But I also had them going to the finals last year too.
Yeah.
And literally a bouncing jump shot away.
I
So
mean,
we'll
Kawhi was
see.
in the Eastern Conference, so what
But
can
I
you
do agree with you with the Jimmy Butler shit too.
So check it out.
We'll
though.
see.
What y'all think about my boy John Morant though?
Oh, I was about to, hey, great segue, Phil.
Try to
Hey,
think about it.
look,
Can
he's
you
shooting
not-
47% from the field. Man, oh, you got some answer about that? You looked at me crazy, bro, when I said John Morant was going to shoot 45%
Yeah,
plus
I did.
from the field.
I did. I was like,
Is he 45%?
He's
He's
Yeah.
47%
Oh, shit.
on the season, bro. Like, the boy is the truth.
Salute.
So that's just one more
Salute,
prediction. And that's going pretty right. I just want to say that boy
What
a
are
winner,
you
man.
talking about?
I don't.
Hey, what did you predict?
I
He's
predicted
still
he would shoot more than 45%.
You predict he's gonna be
Who
ready
said
for
he
the year?
wouldn't?
Yeah, I did.
I did.
Rookie
I
of the
said
year.
No, I'm gonna say.
I said that.
It's all
Yeah,
Phil
yeah.
said rookie of the year.
Yeah,
So-
that Mark
So he
Jackson.
like
Everything
Zion
about being
Williamson
right and
just
wrong,
not playing at
What
all.
the fuck?
You talking about I was right?
think John
Also,
Morant's
Speaking of
Yeah.
Zion Williamson, man, hey, he needs to get a dietitian and a nutritionist ASAP because him being
I already
285.
said that.
why do
man.
y'all
not
keep saying
285?
285?
Bro,
He's not
why you
285.
He's not even close to 280.
He's 260. What are you talking about? Like y'all just making up
Nobody
numbers.
add numbers like that.
he 307.
Juwan.
Y'all
Is
mad
he
at
not
that?
chunky
I'm
though?
mad Phil came in with this month-old argument. Like we talked about this like 2 months ago.
That's what I'm saying.
They
I'm
literally
just
they
saying,
said Zion Williamson came into
the same
Duke
way.
at 285. When the season
That was
started,
before the season even
his
started.
playing weight was 260.
That man, that's-
What? What do you mean?
I don't think he's playing this year.
I
He's
don't
not.
think
There's no
he
need
should.
for
I
him to
don't
play.
think
he shouldn't.
He
Why
should.
would he
No.
play? Why would he
No,
play?
for what?
Because he's an
Sell
investment.
tickets?
The tickets sold already. What you
Exactly.
mean?
Man.
The tickets already
Well,
sold.
never mind.
They sold them tickets once they drafted them.
No, they sold the tickets when they got to number 1 pick.
Exactly.
That's when they sold them tickets.
Lottery night. That
Yeah,
I
no,
called.
dead ass.
That I called.
That
And
lottery
that shit
night.
on wax.
Yeah.
Random as hell.
Your team
But,
is 1 game above the Golden State Warriors right now. Why bring them back? What's the point?
Zion needs a legitimate chance to be Rookie of the Year. That's the type of player he is.
Man, that's not happening.
He-
Right.
he-
Yeah,
yeah. Oh, no, not
The
this
dunk
year.
contest, though?
But he'll get the same chance that Ben Simmons got
Yeah.
that year, though.
Right. That's what I'm
And Blake
saying.
Griffin and Embiid. Like that's just the way of the first
You're
round.
not gonna be in the dunk contest?
What?
No. Why would he be in the dunk contest?
Everybody's not playing.
He can't play at all, but let's put him in the dunk contest.
I mean, I'm just saying.
2-3
It's
weeks
a
from
lot
now,
of
another report gonna come back
To sell
that
some Sprites.
he had a stress reaction or something, and it's gonna take a little longer for him to heal. Something
Stress
like that gonna
reaction.
come
Yeah,
out.
he not.
He's not playing this year.
Speaking about not playing, fellas. So, trade rumors. Hey,
Indeed.
Iggy is not playing for the Memphis Grizzlies.
They won't trade him though.
Yeah, they
Free
free,
agent,
bro.
man.
I mean, they won't release him. They
Where
try
y'all
to
think
trade
you
him.
gonna go
Bro, he's
Trade
coming
him.
to the Lakers.
Yeah.
though? You wish.
They what the Lakers gonna trade him?
Trade
Nothing.
Whoever.
Nothing.
Jared
We're
Dudley.
gonna give him somebody. Yeah, Jared
They don't
Dudley.
want. They don't want people. They want picks. That's the problem.
Yeah, they want some.
They want
They
some
know they ain't
point.
getting picked from the
At some
Lakers.
point.
So,
Exactly.
so we
They
have a
ain't
few
got
names.
none.
So we have a few names, fellas. You know, in the trading rumor mill. You know, I'm gonna give these names, and I want you guys to tell me where they should go.
Even though like it may not be a chance that they can go there, but just the best fit for them.
Best fit for them. Okay.
Gotcha.
So we're gonna start off with Kevin Love.
Portland.
Easy.
Phoenix.
Ooh, why you think?
Portland.
No, let me tell you. Why you think Phoenix over Portland?
That is a good fit.
Because they play up tempo and he'll have space.
And they don't have a legitimate.
Yeah, they don't have a 4 at all.
You think they'll have a better chance at the playoffs with Suns, with Kevin Love with the Suns, and rather than
We saying fit. We ain't talking about
Oh, just fit. Okay.
right. Ain't we saying
I actually
fit?
agree with you. But I just wanted an explanation. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Fit.
I
Fit wise.
actually think I like the Phoenix because you already got Melo there. In
Right.
Portland.
Melo's the 4 at Portland.
So
Portland.
Phoenix will definitely be a fit.
What about Boston?
All right. And,
Nah, because he got another undersized center.
right. Yeah, they need a big. They need a rim protector in the ball.
Hey,
All right.
Boston needs Steven Adams.
Facts.
So
I
That's
can see that. I can see that.
So David Griffin, the New Orleans Pelicans general manager, he was on air 2 days ago, and he already, shot this down. But Drew Holiday was in the rumor mill, and he said that Drew Holiday is not going to be.
Yeah,
traded.
he said they was
But
together the
he
day
shot it
before.
down.
If he is going to be traded, who do you think he fits best with?
Milwaukee.
I was about to say Milwaukee, but they already got Drew Bledsoe. I mean,
Hey, Drew Holiday ain't better than
That's what I'm about to
Eric
say.
Bledsoe.
Hey.
I mean,
That'd
Drew
be cold,
Holiday
man.
over Drew Bledsoe.
That's a lot of
That'd be
defense.
He definitely
Hey,
said
that's a lot of defense. Right.
that team would be cold.
So,
Crazy thing
Hey,
is, I'm
Drew
keeping,
Holiday.
I'm
He
keeping
traded
it
to the Bucks.
I'm keeping them in the East too, and it ain't even really being biased, but
Philly.
back to Philly.
the
The
Vince was
Fist,
playing off ball? Or who playing off
He
ball?
play off
he
ball.
play
right
off
now.
ball.
He can do either
Holiday
one.
playing off
He
ball.
He play off ball
Okay.
right now.
That'd
That's
be
why they
desperate.
struggling.
That'd be desperate. That'd be a desperate trade if he go to the Sixers.
Six is
I
already
agree.
active.
Right.
We just said fit. We talking
We just
fit.
said
That might-
fit though,
that
bro.
might-
That would be a
Yeah.
fit,
Never mind,
though.
man. You're right. All right.
Who else you got?
What about Iggy?
He'd be a better fit in Orlando.
He going to the Clippers, bro.
Boys.
Yeah, but they not a contender
I
though.
know. I'm just saying. I can see.
You
him.
I like-
right though. We only talking about fit.
Iggy would be really good in Denver.
Wow.
That veteran presence in defense.
Too many wings.
That's
That's
right.
right.
Right, they gotta be wings
So,
over
Too
there.
many wings.
I could.
I don't even think he would be on the court.
I think he'd be a good fit with the Lakers.
Oh, for real?
I know an extra wing defender that can stick Kawhi.
They got too many wings.
They got too many wings.
They got too many wings.
Hey,
Bro,
I'm a
so
defensive
scared of Kawhi Leonard,
strategist,
bro.
okay? I'm a defensive strategist.
Oh, you're
okay?
a defensive strategist. That's your type.
And in order for the Lakers to have a competitive advantage against the Clippers, they need
something.
another wing, a defensive
They
wing,
need help. They need some help.
to minimize
Milk. They need
Paul
some help.
George and Kawhi Leonard.
You right. I can't wait till Christmas, man. But anyway,
It's just a regular season.
I know.
You can't pick and choose when it's
Where
like practice.
my man's at though?
Real quick, I want to talk about how the Spurs.
Right there.
Who?
No CP3.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I
Hey.
can't feel now.
Y'all skipping shit?
Shout out to the
They said they don't skip
point guard. Free him, Oklahoma City. I know that they're in eighth in the playoff spot, but free him.
What you think?
And let that boy go get some sun in Miami.
I would love to
man.
see CP3 in Miami.
Let that boy go get some sun in Miami.
That's all they missing
Please.
is a point guard.
Please.
Miami.
Jimmy Butler's filling in
CP3.
great at the point guard thing.
Yeah, when he bust up with
But you know what? He'll be better at
Johnny
two guard.
playing, but we talking CP3. You know what I'm saying?
Did you see
Like,
what he did to the Bulls the other day?
30 and 10.
He literally wheeled them back from a 25-point deficit
I
on
get
his
that,
own.
but I also see
Free
Jimmy
him.
Butler getting
Point
triple
guard.
doubles from the point guard position.
Yeah,
I think
Jimmy
he's-
Butler doing
And
his
that the
thing.
court is spread.
Shout out to Jimmy. Shout out to Jimmy. I think he's doing his thing. Juwan, you still need to apologize.
Oh,
But
Apologize for
at the
what?
same time, I think that CP3 will enhance Jimmy Butler, and Jimmy Butler could do more.
I get that.
because Jimmy's more of a positionless basketball player, in my
There you
opinion.
go.
At least when
There
it
you
comes
go.
to the between the 1 and the 3, like he can play either one.
Speaking of point guards, though, hey,
What about the Pacers?
but listen. Speaking of point guards, fellas,
CP3 to the Pacers.
Malcolm
You got
Brogdon
Brogdon
having a
there.
career year right now.
Brogdon,
He's a
bro.
combo.
They-
Damn it.
he
So
is.
I look at him and
They still ain't on the
guard.
so someone's got to come off the bench.
Malcolm Brogdon, come on, bench and still get started.
You're not gonna pay a free agent like that caliber to come off the bench, bro. No, cut it out.
DeAndre Jordan.
Just kidding.
This guy.
Are we boring?
Yeah.
Corey over there sleeping on us,
Sleeping
baby.
on the job.
Yeah.
The guy on the couch. But alright, so real quick I want to talk about my Spurs though. I just want to let y'all know that I think the Spurs should actually tank this year. Like they're down there with the Golden State Warriors. So it's time for them to go ahead and tank.
Speaking of your Spurs, man, what do you think about Lonnie Walker that I was telling you about like 2 years ago?
I was telling you about him too, Phil. Like I know he came from college and all that.
I know he came from
Just because he was in college, Phil want to tell me about it.
Wait, what college did he go to?
You go to somewhere in Florida. Yeah, somewhere down there in
Okay,
Florida.
all right. So you tell? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I was telling you about.
Hey, free Lonnie Walker.
Yeah, Lonnie Walker, man.
I
Trade
think-
DeRozan and Lamar Jones.
So that's one thing that we do agree on. I think it's time that ship has sailed.
Yeah, man.
Pop
Pop,
season 2.
they aging Pop even more, man. That's crazy. But anyway,
Excuse me.
all right.
I think Pop has sailed. Pop ready to leave. Pop done. And Becky Hammond could be the next head coach of the same
Pop
team.
can't be gone. He just signed a deal to be USA basketball coach.
What's that mean?
Right. That's Team
That's USA. What do you mean?
I mean, he still want to coach, though. Is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, every 4 years. That's what he
That's
was.
actually a pretty cushy job. But all right, next topic real quick. So somebody brought up the Brooklyn Nets. So the Brooklyn Nets are winning without Kyrie Irving. They're actually 11-5 right now. They're young talent,
What's
better
he, man?
or worse.
What were we just talking about?
Better or worse without Kyrie Irving.
I can't. The team that they're beating, they should be either way. They're not
I
like
mean, but still wins are wins, right? I mean, with a team like this,
A team like
young
what?
players,
who's young.
everybody on the Nets is something Kyrie.
Who?
Jared
Tell me
Allen.
who.
I like to give my 2 cents.
Tell me who else is young on that team.
Did we?
Spencer Dinwiddie is young.
Yeah,
He just
he's
dropped
not old.
41.
This is like his 9th year in the league. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
he's not like a veteran.
What is 9 years in the NBA? Tweeted what do you
Are
mean?
they an old team? Come on.
Hey,
Yes, they're
right
a veteran
now,
team.
right now-
Garrett Temple is on his team, right?
Come on, man.
Wilson Chandler is on his
You
team,
go get
right?
the average.
They are better.
DeAndre Jordan is on his team,
I
right?
love the average shit up. Come on, man. Go ahead.
What do you tell me? Who's the young players on this team?
You're
Tweeted.
going off on
No.
Twitter.
As an average,
Tell me the
they
young
are older
players
team,
on the
though.
team.
I'm talking about the nucleus of the team. You talking about Garrett Temple?
The Nets,
He starts. What are you talking about?
the Nets have better chemistry without Kyrie Irving.
Thank you. That's all.
That's all it is.
I wanted to know.
Chemistry. We just
I
talked
asked
about.
this question because we also and I know it's still early, but we saw the same thing in Boston.
Yeah.
Kyrie went down. They put the ball in the hands of the younger talent, mixed with a little bit of the older talent, and they were able to figure it out. And the chemistry was just better.
Yeah.
Same system. You know
I'll
what I'm
watch
saying?
it.
The coach didn't
Like,
draw
yeah.
anything different up.
So I got a question to propose to you guys, man. I actually mentioned this in the group chat that we had.
Yeah.
Right.
Who you think is better, Kyrie or Damian Lillard?
Oh yeah, we gotta talk about this. It's Kyrie though. It's gotta
Think
be
about
Kyrie.
that. Think about
It
that.
is on wax.
It's gotta be Kyrie. I'm sorry.
I already know.
And I'm gonna start it off since I asked the question. I'm gonna say
Okay.
Dame Lillard because he's more efficient. I feel like him being in the Great Northwest in Portland, he's not recognized as much, than Kyrie. He may not.
In a small market.
He's in a small market, and people don't understand his game. And I'm a huge Kyrie fan. He's like my top 5 favorite players, but at the same time, I'm a realist. I feel like I'm a realist, and I feel like
You trying to be.
Damian Lillard does more with less, and I think that I get the edge to him. I get the edge to him.
So who did this? Somebody did broke it down okay, who's a better shooter? Who's a better
Yeah.
ball handler?
If you could do that.
Who's a better
Let's
defender?
do that.
Let's
Dame
do
Lillard's
that.
a better shooter.
Yep. Whoa.
Yes, Damian
Kyrie.
Lillard is a better shooter than Kyrie Irving.
Better ball handler? No, just say no.
He's not as
What are you talking about? Like,
Kyrie.
hey, Kyrie's just fancier.
Oh, okay. Wow. All right.
Like, I guess what do you think Kyrie is a ball handler?
Kyrie is a better ball handler.
Thanks, DB. Voice of reason. Thanks.
Kyrie's a better ball handler. Kyrie's a better finisher.
Yep.
Kyrie's a better.
If I had to
Keep
pick
going.
one defensively, I'm picking Kyrie.
Gotta go Kyrie.
I don't know.
Gotta go
Yes.
Kyrie.
I don't know about
Well,
I mean, they're both trash.
When I look
Okay,
at
but-
steals and him on the court, Dame tends to rely on help more so as Kyrie. Kyrie's more playing the passing lanes. He's doing more defensive stuff. I feel. So I'm taking Kyrie defensive. I'm taking Kyrie.
I just look
That's
at.
what I was gonna say that, but I'm taking Kyrie.
But I look at we blame systems a lot.
I'm sorry. The only reason I would take Dame is because I feel Dame is more durable than Kyrie.
That's a category.
That's a category. Why is the durability of
I know it
That's
is.
why I threw that up in there.
It's
That's why I threw that
definitely
up
one
in
on
there.
2K.
That's why I threw that up. It is.
Yeah, durability.
Well then,
Durability.
I gotta go with Dame then. I gotta go with Dame.
And I look
And
at
that's why I put that category in last because I don't know
healthy.
if
I wanna say
I
fully
didn't
healthy.
use that.
So are you taking Dame or Kyrie? I don't understand.
With durability, I'm taking Dame.
Okay, so you switching.
So back to your defense thing. I think Kyrie's defense in the last 2 years before this year was a product of his environment. The Brad Stevens defensive system, where it is help side defense, is jumping off to the ball. Because he wasn't in the pass lanes in Cleveland. I feel like that's part of
But Kyrie has consistently been like top 10, top 15 in steals though.
yeah, in Boston he was the last 2 years.
No,
You only played 1 year, bro.
No, Kyrie is always.
Well,
He played
he's
2 years
always
in
been
Boston.
a ball
He
hog.
played 1 year in Boston, bro.
He played 2 years.
Well,
in
2
Boston,
years.
bro.
I think it's 2 years.
He played 2 years in Boston?
Yes, he was just hurt. He was hurt in one playoffs.
Right.
And then he
Oh, yeah, okay, I forgot about that.
But-
Okay.
But yeah,
Carry on.
Kyrie's always been a ball hog. But I don't know. I think it's kind of split. I'm taking Kyrie. I think it's that's a tough one though. It is a tough one.
It is.
I'm going Kyrie Irving. I think that aside from ball handling, and I do disagree about the shooting. I do think that Kyrie Irving is a better shooter.
I agree.
I do think Kyrie Irving is a better shooter. I think Kyrie Irving's mid-range, although he doesn't have to use it as much, is one of the tops in the league.
Yep.
And when I look at them, at least especially at the position that they play, Kyrie Irving is one of the smartest players in the league.
He's an artist.
And that shit really means a lot to me. He picks apart defenses, he picks apart schemes. It's really not a lot you can do to stop him unless he's really, really off.
Is mental health a category we bring in?
no.
No.
If you say the earth flat, so I don't know.
Right.
So
So
that's different.
clearly it's IQ ain't there. You got to take that point back.
There's a lot of flat earthers out there. All right, so next we got. All right, so I think was this a field question? Are there definitive 12 players worthy of being called
That was me.
All-Star? Oh, that was across.
Yeah.
Oh, you disrespecting the Eastern Conference. Okay.
It's not that. It's not that. It's not
I gotta
that.
go to it. I gotta look at the Eastern Conference.
See, and that's the thing.
You
Like,
got Giannis.
for him to even have to look.
Giannis, Jimmy,
Kimba,
Embiid.
Tatum,
Embiid, Tatum,
Simmons,
Brown.
Brogdon.
I mean, Brogdon, my all-star.
Malcolm Brogdon's an
Here we
all-star.
go.
He's boring, but
Here
he's
we
an
go. We get to
all-star.
7,
You
and
don't
we
like
still
Jaylen Brown, though?
need, and we still need about
Yeah,
5 or
I said
6
Brown.
more.
I don't like Jaylen
No,
Brown
no.
either.
Hell no, not as an all-star.
Bradley Beal,
Bradley
Beal.
Trae Young,
Okay,
Trey.
Trey.
Siakam.
Is that 8?
Before it was
Vuk.
That's like 9. Vooch,
Vooch
that's
is
an
10.
all-star.
That's 10 right there. Oh, Siakam.
Siakam.
And Van Fleet.
Oh,
Okay,
Yeah, Van
so,
Fleet.
so here we go.
hell no.
Van Fleet. Yeah,
so-
Van Fleet.
That's
So
like
here we go.
not
So here we
it's
go.
like it's like
Y'all forgot
Hold on,
about
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay, so for one,
all right. You
So-
gonna look over Kyle Lowry.
so for
Kyle
one,
Lowry missed like 3 weeks.
So
It's
for
been
one,
25 games. He missed 12 of them.
let's replay.
Bro, the West is
Let's
send their
replace- let's
second
replace
all-star team and beat that team.
The only person I may be able to replace Siakam with is Sabonis, maybe.
But that's why.
That's 'cause he's
This
on your
but this
fantasy
has been the
squad.
case for years. That's why they went to this
Look at the
round
numbers,
robin
though.
fantasy because that's been the case for years. The same thing last year. You couldn't name.
I
two.
agree.
Kyrie gonna be
I
all
agree.
right?
No.
No.
He gonna get voted in.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, he gonna get voted
Yeah, he
in.
can vote it in.
That's the problem. The
But he's
votes.
still gonna get replaced.
Oh,
and that's
hold
why.
on. We didn't name Drummond. Andre Drummond.
Yeah.
Also.
Yeah, I did.
But
I
but
did.
and that's the thing though.
Somebody did.
Man, this nigga whole thing. Look, the thing is though, you're not picking by position. You know what I'm saying? Like the All-Star game ain't been picked by positions and shit.
Yeah.
Front court.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yes, they have legit 12 all-stars.
and so that's.
Answer the question.
Yeah, I mean, we did that pretty easy.
But it don't go like that though.
What about Zach Levine been All Star?
I mean,
He's
been
trying, man.
Zach Levine definitely trying.
Zach
He trying to
Levine's
get
been
out.
all-star.
But with the mixture of how they got it now and how you pick teams,
So tell me what we
Is
got to
it-
pick, and we're gonna go through and pick.
Right.
You want 6 and 6?
What you want? How you want it?
I got him.
Hey,
Got him.
shout out to my man Derrick Rose. He balling though. too.
6 man of the year?
my pick, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that was your pick.
Okay.
Alright, let's move along real quick.
numbers better. Think of how to give them.
Yeah,
Real numbers.
like boy, you did enough.
So, alright, BS and Real Talk. Kevin Garnett, man, the big ticket. Shout out KG, Ferguson's finest. You know what I'm saying? He was on Bill Simmons' podcast talking about LeBron.
Yeah, it's
man.
real talk, man. We can't use that, bro.
You right. What you want to call it?
That's the jump.
Just why you translate my name, bro?
Bro, you
Now they got it. Nah, we ain't gonna use that.
Now we got to
He even trying to think of a new
Come
one.
on, man.
Bro, out of line, bro. Out of line.
Out of bounds or inbound?
Okay. I feel like that's what you used before, but okay.
By who?
No, out of line. Was he out of line for the
Dreamcast or Gamecast?
Yeah.
I could afford Dreamcast.
Oh,
Alright, I got you.
Was he fitted capping or dad capping?
Was Kevin Garnett out of line or inbounds for his comments regarding breaking LeBron on Bill Simmons?
So,
podcast?
shout out to Big Ticket. I'm a huge fan. Been a fan
You ain't
since Farragut days. Yes, he's that dude.
I ain't never heard you talk about
But listen,
KG.
listen.
Mike
never.
talks about
Yeah, right.
KG.
Mike,
I hear Mike talk about KG all the time. I ain't never heard you talk about
Because I don't
KG.
hold niggas balls.
Phil think he
Mike got me on the ball.
You gotta hold his ball.
There's a difference.
You talking about LeBron all
No,
day,
no, no.
bro.
My man, 100 grand.
But I feel like his butt was sore a little bit. I
Nah.
feel like his butt was sore a little bit. Like
I hate
because the same token is like you saying that you broke LeBron, you ran LeBron out of Cleveland. But we can say the same. We can say the same thing about Tim Duncan did to you.
He got Kevin Garnett got traded. I guess that's why everybody keep filling up.
No. Listen, he has a no trade clause. Yes or
He
no?
definitely had a no trade
Yes,
clause.
and
Exactly. And he exercised that no trade clause.
so they tried to.
Absolutely.
So here's my question: if a team come to you like, we trying to ship your ass out, but you can stay if you want to, hell yeah, you leaving. Like what type of shit is that? Yes, I'm leaving. What do you mean? Who has never denied a trade after that shit? I ain't never heard that. What I'm saying is, after he lost to the Celtics, LeBron James took off his jerseys. And the first thing the announcers said was, that could be the last time we see him in that jersey again.
That was
He was mentally, physically
He was like,
defeated.
man, I'm done.
He had his banana boat buddies. They went to lunch.
Oh, Steve,
And they're
yeah.
right. They're like, yeah, we go. It's time, y'all. They're like, I'm tired of this shit. It's time. It's
I understand that, but I think it's a little too much for him to take full credit for that.
no. He said the Celtics.
Right, even the Celtics, to say that the Celtics ran LeBron James out of Cleveland, that's kind of
What I'm saying, I don't think he ran him out. But
that's
I feel
selfish.
I
That's
feel
very
like
selfish.
him,
What you think
LeBron getting beat up, let him know like, yeah, I need some help. I can't do this by myself.
I think there was a lot of. I think part of it was that he just didn't want to be in Cleveland anymore.
I don't know.
But he came back to
Like
it.
y'all remember, right? He had to
Win
leave.
that championship.
I think if Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh could come to Cleveland, he would have stayed in Cleveland. They went to Miami because that was the only place that could afford all three of them. It had nothing to do where it was at. It's just the fact that they could afford all three of them. Like he said, they say he would have went to Chicago if they was able to get Chris Bosh there. He would have went to Chicago.
Chicago would love that one.
So
My
yes, he
thing
needed
is
to
that
team
I
up.
feel like KG was a little bit out of bounds because at the same token, it's like you're saying that you broke him because he couldn't get past you. But my man, we can say the same thing about you and Tim Duncan and Kobe and the Lakers. You couldn't get past them.
He got traded.
He got traded, but he waved it. I get
Like,
that.
what are
I
you
get that.
talking
But
about?
could he get through? Could he get past LA or San Antonio? Yes or no, Juwan? Yes or
No.
no? Okay. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
So we can say the same thing.
you could,
That's
but
it.
no one
That's
is
it.
saying that.
What are you talking about?
No one. Has anyone come out and said they broke KG?
No one even mentioned breaking anybody until KG just said it to now.
Okay,
So it wasn't a thing until now. That's all I'm saying.
My thing is, okay, just all right. I had time to think about it. My thing is, when you make a statement like that, it has to be 100% factual in order for it to be true. And for KG to say that, that's not something that you can say definitively. Like, yeah, that's factual right there. I mean, I heard everybody's argument, everything that you saying, but can you really truly sit here and say that the Celtics ran LeBron James out of Cleveland?
No, and that's the thing. I think that he should have worded it differently.
Right, like that's
okay.
I can't even.
Like,
I'm still having a hard time finding.
even
words
if
to
he would have
use.
said that we would have strawed and broke the camel's back. Like,
Oh,
that's
But listen,
a lot less.
And when I
That's
say
a lot less.
that
here's the
feels
thing.
better. That sounds
Have we-
better.
You know what I'm saying?
And
Like,
this is
I get that.
have you guys heard the whole thing? Have we got? Or we just heard the soundbite?
no,
I
I listened to the whole thing. I
That's
listened
what I'm
I listened to the whole
What, did you
podcast.
hear?
No, that's what I was going to ask you if you heard
Oh,
the
so
whole
that's what
thing.
we going off of.
I
That's
listened
what
to
I'm
the
saying.
whole
Now,
podcast.
based off of that.
Yeah, I get that because you know
sound.
how context is a huge thing.
Yeah.
So I didn't know.
I
if
thought you was gonna try to go somewhere else. with
No,
that.
I was asking because I didn't get. I was trying to find the context behind it.
Alright.
That's what I was asking.
Alright.
Well, the soundbite I saw, Bill Simmons asked him a question and like KG took it there. He was like, "No,
See?
Bill, don't even do that."
See, he took it there,
See?
but he
See?
took it there. You go. He took it there.
Who else would take it there? I guess
I'm
I'm
just-
saying. Any podcast, any interview, it's always sound bites. None of it's always opinion based. An interview, unless you come with like in 1997, we averaged it. It's all
I
opinion
get
based.
that. I get that. Well, what I'm saying is, Bill Simmons asked a question,
Yes.
and KG took it there to the we broke him.
Okay.
The question wasn't, did you break LeBron James?
Okay.
KG took that, and that's what I'm going on interpreting what he said was, oh, we broke him. It's like, yeah, you sound like you hurt, bro.
Like if I remember correctly, somebody on the team was sleeping with his mama.
Whoa.
No.
Allegedly,
Wait. Can, we can't prove that, so you can't say that either.
My point, and that's my point. It's not, you can't say, like Kevin Garnett can't say, yeah, we as the Celtics, we are the sole reason why he left Cleveland. And everybody like, yeah. I mean, they won, they beat him. I guess, right?
Everything,
No.
you can say that about everything, every statement ever made on any sports talk show.
But then
That
if that's
nothing's
the
factual.
case, but if that's the case, then we can say that about any player that
Yeah,
ever
you
went
can.
to another team after they lost to any team.
Did we not see him do the same thing with KD? Oh man, how you go to the team that beat you? Oh, you scared of them? Was that not
See, but here's the
a
thing, though.
year worth of that?
But nobody felt that another team ran KD out of OKC.
Literally.
Most of the conversation was, he didn't feel that he could win or coexist playing with Westbrook.
Hey.
So if anybody
People-
ran him
people
out
was
of
upset
OKC,
that
he
he
was a
went.
teammate.
And people was upset he
Bro,
went
I
to Golden
couldn't
State
even
because that's a team.
I couldn't even
Alright,
see
so
that.
let's move
Hey,
forward.
shout out
Let's
to the
move.
Bucks though. They trolling
Hey,
the Lakers
Yeah,
right
let's
now.
talk about this
Hey.
Bucks Lakers matchup
They
real quick.
troll-
What
they
happened
trolling
on
the
IG?
On
Lakers,
Twitter?
though.
Yeah, no,
Hey.
Twitter, IG.
So you remember when the
Bucks
Lakers
troll.
was like considered this a warning?
For preseason?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh no, they was trolling them because they're like considered to one of the league.
Bucks is
Well,
definitely
well,
trolling the
what
Lakers
is-
right
what
now.
is
It was
that?
like, was this preseason?
Hilarious.
Was
What
it
is
just,
that?
was this warning just for preseason?
Hilarious.
What is that?
It was the
That's
Lakers
bogus.
Twitter.
They retweeted it. It was
They
like,
had that in the chamber.
Right.
Like, wait. And sing.
Was this just for preseason?
Yeah,
Last
that was
before
funny.
the
It's
finals?
New NBA, bro.
I don't like that shit.
I don't like that
I don't like that
shit.
shit.
Yeah,
Shut
Yeah,
down.
definitely don't like that one.
Hey.
Hey, this other question though, real talk. So,
Oh, go ahead.
so another one. So
This guy might walk into a race tomorrow. You never know.
after having the win streak snapped by Indiana, as far as the Lakers, so who's basically the most valuable player on the Lakers? Is it AD or is it LeBron? 'Cause AD just sat out.
LeBron.
AD
LeBron
just
is-
sat out against the.
I don't give a shit. LeBron.
Why?
Because he's the straw that stirs the drink, motherfucker.
Okay, so you
Like, because
AD
listen, I just saw AD in New Orleans do nothing for years
Yeah.
with a better supporting cast than what he would have now if LeBron sits out. And the West is better. I also saw LeBron take a band of misfits and push
We definitely
the
see
Warriors
that.
to
We
Game
definitely
6
saw
in the
that.
finals.
LeBron James just has the skill set to
Yeah.
do that. Like,
Because he can do everything.
Yeah.
So,
Here's the thing: AD needs someone else to get him involved.
so you said big man can't just dominate it.
There's no name one big man ever to win a
I
championship
will
without
say
without help.
AD
He
is
had
the
Jerry West
least-
when he won. Before he had Jerry West, he didn't win.
He did win one with the Sixers against the Celtics. He won one with the Celtics, bro. Fact check that one.
I'm about to.
Fact check
I
that
don't
one.
think so.
Fact
I don't
check
think
that
his
one,
first
bro.
game to his
Listen,
like,
Hey,
AD is the
arguably,
least
that's like my
defending,
favorite
bro.
player.
Like, when he needs.
I mean, Akeem only had Kenny Smith. Like, no disrespect to the Jet, but I mean,
no, but hey, who went crazy that finals?
Vernon
Maxwell
Vernon
went
Maxwell.
crazy.
True, but he, at the same token, he's
But-
a fucking all-star.
exactly. And he was
It
a
doesn't-
two guard, and he was not
Superstar.
responsible for getting Hakeem into the game.
True. That's very true.
Yeah. So LeBron is the most valuable Laker. All right, cool.
Yes.
So,
I agree with that.
So, hey, next question. Somebody put, hey, this wasn't me. LeBron passes Moses Malone for number 2 all time in turnovers. So basically, Kobe. Everybody got on Kobe for
missing the most shots in NBA
most
history.
shots ever.
Listen,
So can we talk about this?
yeah,
Or are we hating?
we can talk about it. So Kobe is a shooting guard. He shoots, so he's going to
Look at Phil.
have that issue.
Go ahead. No.
I'm just saying, like, as a person that has is ball dominant like LeBron is, I mean, that's a stat that I don't think that's a really big deal because his usage rate is very high, and him having the ball in his
That's
hand,
the trade-off.
it's a trade-off. You know, you give or take. So I mean, it's a stat. Yes, it's a big stat, but is it very alarming? No, not at all.
And then you gotta calculate the fact of how long he's been in the league doing
Facts.
this at such a high level.
All right,
Like he should be number one when he's by the time.
What
he's
they
done.
say-
67, he won one.
so what they say in Jalen Jacoby, keep it moving.
Yeah. Hey, you know what's alarming about that? I was looking at that after I saw the post.
Hey, he was dog walking Bill Russell.
He had 3 other players that averaged 20 points that series, but he won.
But he won.
He won. I tell you, he won it. You're right. I was like, he won it. Westbrook is gonna catch LeBron in like the next 3 years.
Oh, I bet. I bet.
Like,
Yeah, that's crazy.
like I was looking at the, like he's like number 8 or some shit like that already.
Well, as far as turnover,
Yeah.
You don't care.
that man averaged 5 turnovers.
His coaches don't care, obviously, either. It's crazy.
Which means coaches don't care. What they
I just
gonna
don't-
do?
that's just so- that's
What
my
are they
opinion.
gonna do to stop him?
I don't know.
Go
Somebody
sit
got to
his
talk to
ass-
this.
Sit his ass down.
Tasmanian devil, man. Yeah, Tasmanian devil. All right, so next we got. This is so disrespectful.
Dang, I love talking about my Lakers, bro.
Anthony,
Dang.
y'all do your thing, bro. Y'all lost tonight, but y'all do your thing. They said, somebody in the chat, who said this? Somebody was real disrespectful.
Point him out, D.
I don't know.
Adam.
They probably not here. Adam.
We don't sneak this over here.
Yeah,
This is
you're right.
real live.
They said Anthony Davis is better than Tim Duncan ever won.
You can't say that right now. Not at all.
So here's my question. This how
It's too early.
No, wait.
Let's define better.
That's what I'm saying.
Can we start there?
No, I'm gonna tell you this. I just had this argument.
Better.
So I look at better as skill set because if you go to the park and you see two dudes shoot, who you think better? It's all skills, right? No. Two random dudes. You gotta pick a team. You gonna pick the better player. How do you determine who's better? By their skill set.
Right.
So I don't want to hear about legacies. I don't want to hear about careers. Skills. Pure skills is how to define better. Because that's how you do it. Right? How would you define better?
What's better, guys?
How do you define better?
Before I give my answer, what's better?
How do you define better? No, you personally. What do you
Before
define
I give
better?
my answer, what?
I value
So
how
What is better?
Does, though.
No, that has nothing to do because
That's why I said give my answer.
it's an individual because you can't name championships because that's a team award.
Performance.
But that also could be a team thing. Performance could be a team thing.
Yeah,
The same way
I
Spencer
feel you.
Dinwiddie was
Like, getting
trash
a win,
on
right?
the Bulls, leaves, and he's on Brooklyn balling.
Give him 41.
That's a team thing.
give him an opportunity.
Or coach.
Skill set, I feel, is the only way you can define better.
All right, go ahead.
So you go down, like we went down the list.
Yep.
With Kyrie
Better
and
shooter.
Dame, better shooter.
AD.
Better shooter. AD.
Better dribbler.
Better ball handler.
AD. A better defender. That's a toss up.
I'm giving
I'm
AD
giving
the better
it
defender.
AD.
I'm giving AD the better
Because he
defender.
was way quicker and athletic.
So how many
than
times?
Tim Duncan.
How many times has Tim Duncan made first team on
Let's.
defensive?
See,
I'm
that's
just saying, though.
I mean, accolades are. Do they not
No.
count?
Accolades can't. How can accolades?
Let's
I'm
go back to the
I'm
part.
gonna tell you why accolades can't count.
Let's go back to the
Listen,
Accolades don't count when it's convenient.
No. I brought this. No. Accolades can't count because I saw a player win Defensive Player of the Year, but not make first team all defense.
Facts.
So accolades cannot count.
Facts.
That's my point.
Tyson fucking Chandler.
That's not even
That's
my
my
argument.
Nigga won
That's not even
Defensive
my
Player of the Year,
argument. I'm gonna ride with
second
it.
team all
That's
NBA.
why accolades can
I will
never
never
count.
forget that
Because
shit.
it's voters.
I don't fucking know. But how do you win the award and not be first team?
That's my point.
That's my point.
Accolades can't
So let's
count.
go back to the
It's
park.
skill set.
We picking at the park, all right, and we see Tim Duncan.
I'm going AD.
Hey,
I'm going AD.
That's all we can define better. It's by skill
I'm
set.
sorry, I'm going AD.
You can't count rings.
That's a great.
that's a great analogy, man.
Like,
That's a hell of an analogy.
literally, if you see two dudes hooping at LA Fitness, who you pick?
It's so disrespectful.
How's it? You want to talk about rings?
See,
You want to talk
me too,
about
me too.
spacing? No,
So
it's just skill
disrespectful.
set. That's all it's about. That's how you determine who's better. Skill set.
I know y'all don't understand.
We're
There's
not
something
talking about
wrong with
legacy.
saying that, though. He not. Twitter was never going to say that.
So
He's never going to say that.
But let's continue down the list. Let's continue down.
Right.
Like
The only thing I would give Tim Duncan
It's
over
not even
AD is
passing.
post.
yeah, I give him a pass.
Durability.
mental toughness, IQ, bank shots.
Bank shots ain't
You make it. You sound like Sports Center.
He said these spank shots.
You make it up.
Time.
Game over.
Bank shots, bro. Bank shots.
NBA 2K,
Come on,
bank
man.
shots,
Okay,
99.
You can't have that one, bro.
All
You can't
time,
have
bro.
bank shots.
All the time, bro.
And you can go free throws.
Whatever, man.
If you going bank shots, I'm going free throws.
Let's wrap this up, man.
So who you choosing? Twitter, you didn't say who you choosing.
You see your boy Shannon talking shit about your boy KG, bro.
Alright, bro.
Hey, you see this mic? You see this mic? Shannon talking about your boy KG right now, bro?
Oh, now he Mike boy again.
Huh?
Oh, he ain't your boy.
Right.
Oh, he ain't your boy. He Mike boy.
Tweet him.
He grabbing
I
us,
got
though.
it. Alright, Thomas, look.
Who you
Alright,
picking?
look. Okay. Skill set, yeah, AD is the
Okay, that's it. All right, cool.
Whatever.
Hey, moving on.
Yeah,
Moving on. Keep it moving.
But look, Christmas Day game.
We keep it moving.
Christmas Day. Christmas Day. So, we keep it moving. Christmas Day games, you got Celtics, Raptors at 11 a.m. Who y'all got now?
Celtics, because ain't a damn healthy Raptor on the team right now.
Yeah, they
Oh,
gonna-
that Buck Sixers is gonna be good.
Bucks Sixers is
Good.
I got Bucks in that.
Where is it at?
I mean,
Where is it at?
At Philly though. It's in Philly.
I got
got
Sixers.
Bucks.
I got Sixers.
I got the Bucks because I just saw the Sixers lose to the Heat. So,
Expect a couple shimmies from my boy MB on Christmas.
So let me ask you this: Is Embiid going to guard Giannis?
No.
No.
Would you put him on Giannis? No.
Who you gonna put on?
Tobias
Tobias
Harris?
Harris.
Tobias Harris.
Yes, motherfucker.
And play off.
It's not-
Danny
It's
Green
not like you
just
gonna
said-
stop him, bro. bro. You just
Yeah,
gotta
you're
match
not
with
gonna
size
stop.
and length. And you don't want to get Embiid
And
without
the
trouble. The
thing
foot
is-
speed just ain't there.
And Embiid is
Out
a
of the
better
starting
help
five,
five.
right? It's Tobias Harris. That's really the
I ain't
only
gonna
guy
keep.
out of the
No,
starting
no,
five.
no. You know who I would have on him? Ben Simmons.
Oh, you
I'll
right.
put Ben
You right.
Simmons.
I'm gonna pass on that too. I'm gonna pass on that too. Just
Wait,
so I can keep him out of foul.
But wait,
trouble.
there's
I'm
more.
passing on that.
Actually, Al Horford.
Okay.
Al Horford.
I am still passing on that too. Nobody
Nobody
said he couldn't, but I would rather him rebounding for me so we can get out on the
Giannis got to hit 5 threes. I'm gonna have Al Horford sit him.
Look,
I agree with that.
look.
So you put Tobias on.
Yes.
He going for 30.
See, no.
He's gonna do that against anybody he plays this season.
Only reason
You're
I
not
said,
telling me nothing.
the reason why I said not Tobias is
You're not
because
telling me
no
nothing.
one else can stick Middleton.
Fuck Middleton. I'm not saying he weak.
Keep that
Hold
same
on
energy.
now. Hold on now. I'm not saying he weak.
On track.
Hey,
I'm
man,
not
let me
saying
train
he
him first.
But he's not healthy. He's not healthy. He's not healthy, and he is a streaky player this season.
Hey,
And you can match Middleton's size with 2 other players in the starting lineup for Philly.
and who gonna win?
I'm not saying they finna blow him out.
Man, we can skip that shit. I bet you the fucking ABC is mad that this is a prime time.
Hey, yo,
game.
for some reason, Rockets Warriors on
They can't flex that shit up.
Hey,
That's what I'm saying, man. That guy had like an insurance.
Hey, no. 4 to 6 p.m. Have dinner with your families, bro. Just go have turkey. 4 to 7 p.m.
The NFL would never have this happen.
Oh,
He
you
flexing
know.
that shit straight
Flexing
out.
that bitch.
That's like you playing at noon, motherfucker. Noon on Sunday. No more Monday night game.
Bengals versus Browns?
Are you going to Thursday? We ain't trying to see this.
All right, hey, this is the heavyweight matchup right here. Clippers, Lakers. Clippers, Lakers.
I got the Clippers winning there.
Menifee,
I got
what's
my
good, bro?
Like it's owed him an ass.
Oh yeah, they gonna get it.
Hey,
They gonna collect.
Can-
All right.
can we call the NBA and have the Rockets play the Nuggets and the Pelicans play the Warriors?
That'd be dope.
Better.
Pelicans play the Warriors at 11 a.m. Right, 10 a.m.
Christmas, no, hell no. Christmas Eve at 10. I don't want to see that shit.
Yeah, be mad as hell. I make plans and shit.
Hey, Pat Beverly's so extra.
Nah, he just pushed him
No,
down. G.
Man, we gotta, nah, he didn't push him for real. He like did this, like,
He got the
To get up on the
hey,
defense.
so who else got the Lakers? So Lakers, Clippers. I got the Clippers. Then get the Lakers. What
I got the Clippers. You got
It's a toss up.
He with the Kings.
It's the
I love
regular
him with the
season.
Kings.
It's a toss up.
You gotta pick one.
Yeah, with the Kings. It's not a toss, so you got.
Where's it at? Oh, it's
Nigga,
Who the
Thank y'all for coming out. Drive safe.
So the Bucks
It's on Rodeo Drive.
So Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant.
It's in West Hollywood.
He was serious too.
I was dead ass serious.
It's in the hills like that.
No, look, I got the Lakers. Bounce back game. Bounce back game.
Lakers. I knew it. I figured that shit. You got?
Clip joint.
He said, "Who the
Yes,
whole
sir.
He thinks they're the same locker room no matter who they.
Kobe Bryant.
What jerseys they wear? What jerseys?
They
What's
yellow,
the Timothy?
yellow and white.
What's the
Yellow
Timothy gonna
and
be?
white.
What's the Timothy gonna be outside? 6'5" with a light breeze. Okay.
Hey man.
All right, so that's all we got on the show, man. Anything else? Anything else? This episode of
Hey,
Numbers Live?
NumbersLie.net, like
Oh,
Chuck
that's all,
said,
man.
man.
That's-
Hey,
that's-
hoodies, dad caps, scullies, we got you, man.
Mike said he gonna cop the 50 Cent G Unit white beater first.
With the match you do
He gonna
right.
help design it with the matching do-rag with the flap out.
That's
Mike
what
said he
I'm
gonna cop that. But yeah, NumbersLie.net /store. You know what I mean? Go ahead and show some love to the gang. Yeah, any final thoughts, fellas? Any final remarks?
Y'all have a happy holidays out there for the
Have a
NumbersLie crew.
holiday.
Happy Kwanzaa, happy Hanukkah, happy everything in between.
Yes, sir.
Cougars 4-2, man.
Cool, it's 4-2.
Shout out.
We coming off a tough loss this week. Yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
shout out to everybody that
yeah,
came
yeah.
out to our Numbers Live party.
Yeah,
That shit was popping.
It was lit.
You know, it was lit. And yeah, we got
Breaking chairs over here, motherfucker.
We ain't talking about that, bro. Bro, about to get sued.
Shout out.
Real quick though,
Next
the
year.
basketball. Wendy Young is down in Florida at the City of Palms.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They actually won their first game tonight. You know, I mean, well, earlier this afternoon. Toughest high school basketball tournament outside of the Gatorade National Championship tournament or Geico this year.
Hey, if you guys listen,
shout out to them, man. I hope they win.
If you had a game, a high school game like a bowl game, Whitney Young, Simeon game, hey, we pulling up.
Yes,
If you
sir.
see us, you know, shout out to us, man. Say,
Yes,
say
sir.
what's up, man. Don't be shy.
Yes,
Don't be
sir.
shy. We here.
You gonna see us all around the city.
We everywhere. You ain't never done.
2020 our year. Let's get it.
Let's go.
Y'all already know. Numbers Not a Podcast for the studio
And
artists.
forget Buddy that tried to make us pay to get the
Oh,
website
yeah,
done.
hey.
We did it without you. We don't need
Get 'em up.
you.
Yeah,
You about to get
I'm gonna need like $500 like right now.
Today.
I'm gonna need like $500 today.
Today.
Buddy has
Oh, you work for Wall Street? Let me holler at you. Let me holler at you.
It's all good though. Hey, positive vibes only, bro. Positive vibes only.
Protect your energy, D.
Yeah.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
need 500 up out y'all right now.
Hey, our shopping is aligned for 2020, man. We ain't playing out here, man. It's real talk, man.
Every
Numbers
hour
Not
I
a
charge
Podcast.
100.
No, I'm not gonna do it, but I'm gonna get somebody to do it. And y'all can use my office
I'm just trying to
as your head.
Oh,
Yeah.
quick shout out to everybody over at the Chicago Elite Classic. You know what I'm saying? We really appreciate
Oh
the
yeah, that was
opportunity
love.
for being able to cover that 2-day event.
To the attitude, yep. That was dope. All right. But yeah, Numbers Not a Podcast. We out. See y'all next time.